On the far edge of the Vultura Nebula, a cluster of small, furry alien cubs tumbled through the luminescent fields of their home planet Zyrthia. Their fur shimmered with a soft bioluminescence, reflecting the gentle glow of twin suns above. Though tiny, each cub's eyes were vast and curious, like liquid pools capturing the colors of the universe. These cubs had a peculiar obsession that set them apart from every other creature on Zyrthia. Tuna. Not just any tuna, mind you, but the kind that came from the legendary Earth oceans, a planet they had only glimpsed through fragmented interstellar transmissions. Eli, the boldest of the cubs, had first tasted it when a human research ship had accidentally dropped a preserved packet into the outer waters near Zyrthia. The moment Eli sniffed the tuna, his tiny ears perked up, and he let out a squeal of pure delight. That taste, so rich and briny, so familiar yet exotic, had captured the hearts of the entire cub clan. Again, squeaked Luma, the smallest cub, hopping around in circles as Eli shared a morsel. Their laughter was a high, musical chime that echoed across the violet meadows of their home. The cub's fascination with Earth's tuna became a daily ritual. Each evening, when the twin suns dipped below the horizon, the cubs would gather around the remnants of the human shipwreck. They would carefully unseal preserved packages, sniffing the contents with reverence before feasting. It wasn't just food, it was a treasure, a connection to a world far beyond their own, a taste of adventure. One day, as Eli led his clan toward the shipwreck, a strange vibration shook the ground beneath them. They froze, ears twitching and tails bristling. A colossal shadow passed overhead, blotting out the stars for a brief moment. "It's coming from the sky," Luma whispered, eyes wide. Before they could react, a sleek spacecraft descended gracefully, its hull glinting like liquid silver. From it emerged a human figure, clad in a shimmering suit designed for deep space exploration. The cubs had never seen a human up close before, and their instincts urged caution. Yet something about this human radiated warmth. The human knelt down, holding a small metallic container. "Hello," the human said softly. "I brought more tuna." The cubs froze. The scent alone was enough to send their tails into a frenzy. Eli stepped forward, sniffing the air, and then cautiously approached the human. Luma followed, and soon the entire cub clan was huddled around. With careful hands, the human opened the container, revealing neatly packed tuna fillets. The cub's eyes sparkled with a strange mixture of awe and sheer joy. They had never seen tuna like this before, fresh, unspoiled, and perfectly preserved for interstellar travel. For the first time, they experienced something that transcended mere survival. They experienced generosity. Days turned into weeks, and the cubs learned to recognize the human by sight and scent. Each visit brought a new package of tuna, along with stories told through the human's gestures and soft, melodic hums. Though they couldn't understand words, the cubs grasped the meaning behind them: care, friendship, and a shared delight in life's simple pleasures. One afternoon, while the cubs were playing among the glowing grass, a sudden alarm echoed across the sky. The human's ship had detected a swarm of rogue meteorites heading toward Zyrthia's orbit. Panic rippled through the cubs as they scurried for cover. The human, calm and composed, activated the ship's defense systems. Energy beams shot into space, deflecting the meteors one by one. The cubs watched, mesmerized, as the human maneuvered the ship with unmatched precision. In that moment, a realization struck Eli. Humans were extraordinary. Not just because they brought tuna, but because they had the courage to protect life beyond their own world. After the danger passed, the cubs approached the human. Eli nudged a piece of tuna toward them, a silent offering of gratitude. The human chuckled softly, understanding the gesture. In return, the human gently patted Eli on the head. It was a bond forged without words, yet stronger than any spoken language. Weeks later, the cubs began experimenting with the tuna themselves. They tried to mimic human techniques, carefully slicing, storing, and even seasoning it with native Zyrthian herbs. Luma discovered that wrapping a fillet in luminescent leaves enhanced its flavor, while Eli realized that chilling it in frozen meteorite fragments preserved it longer. Their experiments became a cultural ritual. Soon, the entire cub clan gathered each evening not just to eat, but to prepare the tuna with care, celebrating the joy of discovery and the bond with the human who had shown them this world of flavors. One night, as the twin moons rose high, Eli looked up at the sky, eyes reflecting starlight. "I wonder, do humans have feelings like we do?" he whispered. Luma nudged him, eyes wide. I think so. They care. And they bring tuna. Their laughter echoed through the night. Carrying a promise, they would honor the gift, protect their home, and treasure the bond with the extraordinary beings from the stars. Months passed, and the human had to return to their distant Earth. The cubs felt a pang of sadness as their friend prepared for departure. Yet, the human left behind a lasting gift, a self-replicating tuna incubator, capable of producing endless servings of tuna from local resources. Eli, Luma, and the rest of the clan watched as the human activated the device. Streams of succulent tuna began to appear, each fillet as fresh and perfect as those the cubs had tasted before. The human knelt one last time, speaking softly, "Take care of each other." And with that, the ship lifted off, disappearing into the starlit void. Life on Zyrthia changed forever. The cubs continued their daily tuna rituals, but now with a deeper understanding of generosity, courage, and the bond that could exist between species separated by galaxies. Eli often stood at the edge of the violet meadows, gazing at the stars, imagining the human's world of oceans and cities, dreaming of adventures yet to come. Luma would always be by his side, sharing fillets wrapped in glowing leaves, their tails entwined in friendship. The small alien cubs had learned that while tuna was delicious, it was the connection behind it, the care, the sharing, the courage that made it truly extraordinary. Humans, in their simple yet remarkable way, had shown them what it meant to be special. And so the cubs continued to thrive, grow, and explore, carrying with them a legacy that bridged planets, species, and hearts across the universe, all beginning with a simple, savory taste of tuna. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you'd like to hear more tales from across the galaxy, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.